Savvy Savings.
Now, this week is marked as UK Savings Week, and I thought it would be perfect to discuss for Savvy Savings. According to a report surveying people who are struggling with debt in London, the number of people with loan debt has actually increased by 53% since 2024. Credit card debt is up by 43%, and rent arrears has seen a 31% increase compared to last year. So what can we do currently to help those that are struggling with debt in London? I'm joined on the line now with Matt Dronfield, Managing Director of Debt Free Advice Charity. Matt, it is great, honestly, to have you back on BBC Radio London. Firstly, just kind of unpack these findings of the report. Were you surprised with a lot that's come out?
Well, sadly, Shay, no, we're not surprised at all. We know that around 1 in 10 UK adults have no savings at all. And that means if they've got an unexpected bill, like their car breaks down or the boiler suddenly needs a service, that they have no savings to do that, and that will take them into debt. We also know above that, 20% of families have no savings, and a further 10% have less than £100, which means that 30%, 3 in 10 of your friends and family have virtually no safety net whatsoever.
That's going to be really, for some people, just the most difficult thing, isn't it? Because if you're living from paycheck to paycheck, when things get difficult, which they can, there's no buffer there, essentially. What do you think someone should be doing if they're finding themselves struggling to pay off debt?
Yeah, so we always encourage people while they can to build up that safety net. And we've got a few kind of tips. So number one is around starting small. Even £1 a week can build that habit of savings. Mm-hmm. You could automate it as tip number two. So many of the online banks now give you the ability to kind of top up the difference. If you're paying £1.50, it automatically puts 50 pence into a savings account. So lots of apps help you do that. When you are saving, check the rate you're getting, making sure any savings that you might have aren't sitting in a 0% account, because as soon as you put some money away, you want it to be working as hard as possible for you. Also thinking around, if you're fortunate enough kind of at birthdays or any other thing where you can get tax rebates, put some money straight into savings when you can.
Oh, I think we may have lost
school costs.
Sorry, Matt, you just cut out there. And do you mind repeating that?
Can you hear me?
I can hear now. I'd like you to repeat that because I know there'll be some of our listeners who really want to hear what you said. Do you just mind repeating that last bit again?
Yeah, so naming your goals. So on those banking apps, say what you're saving for, be it for emergencies or for school costs. Give yourself that visual identity of what you're looking for. Right.
With regards to, because some of this report highlights the different areas, there's been quite a staggering increase around loan debt and credit card debt. What can people be doing on those particular types of fronts?
Yeah, so the report does say this. So credit card debt is up by 43% and loans up by 53%. And we also know, especially in London, rent is just so expensive. So on loans in your credit cards, make sure that you're paying off what you can, when you can, and see if you've got the cheapest way to borrow that money. So have a look online and see if there's a cheaper way of switching your credit card provider and moving that debt across. And with your loans as well, speak to a debt advisor to see how they can prioritise the debt that you are looking. Our free debt advice has been going for nearly 20 years in London, and we're a coalition of charities. Our advice is always free, it's always independent, and our people help just over 20,000 Londoners every year, helping them to prioritise that debt.
Now, we understand as well from the report, it actually highlights this. It says the number actively that are being supported by debt-free advice charities increased by a third, so to 35%. What would you say are some of the key areas of kind of support that people are, contacting the charity for?
So it's typically always around your housing costs, because that's what we've seen the biggest increase over the last few years, right? Yeah. So if we've highlighted in there, your rent arrears, your council tax arrears are two of the top ones. And actually this year, last year as well, we've seen a big increase in energy costs as well going up. Mm-hmm. So they are typically the 3 top debt types that people turn to us. And what people don't realise is just how common it is for people to be in this financial sense of insecurity, and that there is this free advice out there. We did a report, I think last year now, which revealed that Londoners are more likely to tell their pet than their partner or loved one about their financial situation.
Goodness.
So it's important for anybody listening today to realise that help is out there. It's completely non-judgmental. Our advisors, this is literally their job. They support people day in, day out, and they want families to be in this better financial position.
It's quite staggering that we're talking about all of the difficulties Londoners are facing on UK Savings Week. Because to be frank with you, Matt, some listeners will be thinking, I just can't save. I don't even know what that word means anymore.
And do you know what? With the rising cost of living in London, it's really not hard to understand why listeners might be thinking that. But honestly, start small. Even £1 a week, and you can start to build that. £1 a week is £52 a year. That's £52 you wouldn't have had in savings if you didn't start that. And it sets starting small sets a habit and encourages you to want to go further when you can. And having that, those stats we said at the beginning, 3 in 10 people have got either £100 or less, and many none at all in savings. Having a safety net will prevent you from getting into debt for the first time when an unexpected bill comes up.
What's the website? If someone's thinking, okay, do you know what? I want to speak to get some advice. What do they need to do?
So our advisors are here to help. They're here from 8 a.m. till 8 p.m, 7 days a week. You can find all the details on the website at www.debtfreeadvice.com, or the phone lines are open as well on 0800 808 5700. And you can also use that to drop us a WhatsApp or go on the website and start a video call and even show us what bills you're struggling with.
Okay, that's fantastic. I mean, I didn't even know that you could do just like a quick video call. That's brilliant. It is. That's the beauty of when technology actually helps. Such a pleasure having you back on Radio London, Matt. Thanks for joining me this afternoon. And I just want to give those details that Matt's mentioned again, that Matt Dronfield, Managing Director of Debt Free Advice Charity. So go to that website, debtfreeadvice.com, and also that contact number 0800 808 57000. The lines are open till 8 p.m. every day. So do touch base for more advice from them.